So you're tired of waiting to get a PS5 and you want to know how I did it. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you every trick I know starting right now. Welcome to the Coffee Club. I'm your host, Paul Chappell. And as you probably know, if you've been watching my channel, is that I have one of these bad boys, a PS5. Yeah, it took me 6 months. Actually, it took me more like 2 weeks when I dug in my heels. But yes, I finally got one. And as you probably know, it's very constrained right now because of chip shortages and whatnot. So it's very hard to get one, and scalpers are taking advantage of this, because if there's two things I learned in economics class in high school is that, one, scarcity drives up the price of any good or service, and two, things are priced as high as what people are, willing to pay for it. That's why Apple does so well. I know a lot of people complain about Apple and their products. Hey, in a PC form, this thing would only cost $2,000 instead of $4,000. Well, people are willing to pay for Apple stuff because of the design, because of the prestige. Same thing here. So, if you want to whine about scalpers, this is not the video for you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front, if you have to have a PS5, if for some reason you can't wait, go ahead and get one from a scalper. They got them on eBay. They got them on a site called StockX. Even Walmart is using scalpers now. And Walmart actually had an anti-scalper thing that they were doing where they were releasing their stock in waves. And they would check, when you put in your order, they would check to make sure you were using a credit card that hasn't been used by somebody else. So they were doing that, and now they've given in. A lot of sites have. They're allowing third parties to sell bundles. Amazon's doing that. And actually, if you look at the bundles, they're not really bundles. But to get around the legal ramifications of calling something a bundle when it's not really a bundle, they'll add something like an external hard drive. And you look up the price of the external hard drive, and it's a $30 piece of junk in most instances. So everybody is scamming with the PS5 right now because everybody wants one. Now, I'm going to tell you again, if you have to have one for whatever reason, I was this close to paying a scalper because I need one for my channel. But outside of that, I didn't really need it. When I booted it up, there's not a lot of games I even want to play right now. The main game, Spider-Man Miles Morales, had already played on the PS4. Now, would I have liked to have played that on PS5? Yes, I would have. I think those videos would have been a lot more popular if I had. But the big banner PS5 games are not going to come out for several months. The earliest one's going to be Ratchet and Clank and God of War probably next year. So you're still going to have to wait even if you get one. So let's just go through that before I get down to the nitty and gritty of how you can get one of these PS5s. So the best way to get a PS5 right now, easiest way, is to get a real-time product tracker. Now, you can find these on the App Store. I'm sure if you're using Android, you can find it in that store too, Google Play. But I use one called Hotstock. And the first thing you want to do when you download this app, now it's a free app, but you want to become a premium member. Why? Because the premium members, they get the first alerts. Because that's what this app is all about. It's about alerting you. They know how to check the stock. They explain it on a site I read, but let's not get into the details. Suffice to say, they know when these different outlets have PS5s in stocks. They send out alerts to their premium members, and then a few minutes later, I think it's something like 10 to 20 minutes later, they'll send it to everybody that's using the app for free. You want to be a premium user because this is why. Most of the time when a store like Walmart or GameStop or anything like that, usually they only get like 40 consoles a batch. And that's not a lot. That's going to run out really quick. The premium users are going to get it first. I just have to say that. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to pay for that. Well, think about it. The average scalping price for a PS5 right now is like $1,000, I think. A premium membership for stock, hot stock, is $5 a month. So just look at all the money you'll save if you actually get a PS5. So I don't even see why people are complaining about having to get a premium membership. Get the premium membership. You're going to get access to this information faster than other people. The problem is more people are finding this out as they go along. So it's getting even a little bit more harder to get a PS5. Why do I know that? Because I'm actually trying to get a second one, because I have a PS5 in my studio, but I also have one in my den for my kids and just for me to play sometime. If I don't want to hang out in the studio all day, I'll go, because I got two PS4s, do the same thing. I'll go downstairs and I'll play the PS4 or whatever, just to get out this this studio gets kind of hot and stuffy a little bit, and sometimes I just want to be in a new environment. So I'm trying to get a second one, and it is very, very hard. I've been working at it, and I'm a lot better than when I started. So by all rights, I should have one. I've actually had one in checkout like 4 times in the last week. And let me tell you, you can get your PS5 in checkout, but until you actually hit that place your order button, they don't actually reserve it for you. So you want to make sure you go through the checkout as fast as possible. And how do you do that? You have to set, first of all, you got to choose the websites you want to use. Just to give you an example, I made a shortcut for, I think, about 5. I got Walmart, Target, Amazon, Best Buy, and PlayStation Direct. Which one is the best of all of those? I got mine off of PlayStation Direct. But there are some odd things about PlayStation Direct where I get to in a minute. The worst one I have to say out of all of these is Best Buy, because the availability of their consoles that they sell are based on your location. So you'll look at a store and you'll hit add to cart, and they'll immediately say, well, this isn't available in your area. So you'll do the next closest store, and you'll just go through that over and over again. And by the time you find a store that actually has it, somebody's already gotten it and it's all sold out again. So Best Buy is really bad about that. I think GameStop does that too. Not sure about Target. Target might do it as well. So I'm telling you right now, the best, well, I'll give you 2 places that are the best and easiest way to get a PS5. That's PlayStation Direct and Amazon. I say Amazon because Amazon, their last drop, they actually had like 50,000 consoles at one time. I don't know why that is. And most people have an Amazon Prime account, so you already have your credit card data and all that stuff set up. So if I had been awake that night, and see, they dropped it like 2 in the morning, so that was the only drawback to that drop. But yeah, 50,000 consoles. A lot of people that I had been talking to on the Hot Stock app, because it has comments, a lot of them got their console that night, and I was sleeping so hard I didn't hear the alert. But yeah, so I would say PlayStation Direct or Amazon. Amazon does have scalpers though. You know, those bundles I was talking about. So they do a lot of that. So I don't know. I'm not trusting a lot of these corporations right now, because corporations want to make money. That's their primary focus. And a lot of them are seeing that scalping these products will make them a $500 product. Who wouldn't want that? So you really got to get into this game if you're going to get into it, because it's getting very, very hard. They did a drop on Walmart the other day, and it was $1,000. In fact, I'm looking at the site right now, and they have one for $1,093. So you can get one at Walmart right now. They have them in stock, but nobody's biting because it's I don't know if it's the third party or not. It doesn't even say. It just says Walmart on here. But yeah, a lot of these retailers are getting into the scalping game. So, like I said, Choose your websites. PlayStation Direct is the best one. The thing I will say about PlayStation Direct, they do not take American Express. Also, when you set up an account with them, they do not allow you to add a payment option until after you buy something. There's a way around that. And I found this out, through trial and error because I knew PlayStation Direct was going to be the best place to get a PS5. So what I did, I actually bought something on PlayStation Direct. After you buy something, they ask you, do you want to add this payment option to your account? And you say yes. After you do that, it's available in your account and you can go ahead and cancel whatever product you chose to buy on their store. I think I bought their I bought the controller, PS5 controller, and then I canceled right after that. I think I got the pre-order one because they had just came out with those the black and burgundy one. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it. So you might only be able to cancel the pre-orders. I don't know. But that's how I was able to add my payment option. And because of that, when I actually had an opportunity to get a PS5 from that site, when I checked out, it just went through really fast. And I was able to hit place order, and I got my PS5. Another thing I really should bring up is if you have any kind of ad block for these websites, there's an option in I got ad block plus. If you have ad block plus or anything, you can turn that off on individual websites. So I would turn that off. Why? Because most of these websites have a captcha. In fact, when you go on PlayStation Direct now, you have to sign in using the captcha. And I don't think those captchas really work if you have ad block plus turned on. So you want to turn that off on all the websites that you're going to use. And like I said, set up your account, add a payment option because you want to check out as soon as possible because like I said, that PS5 is not going to be reserved for you until you actually hit place order. And sometimes I think there's a website I use, and I can't remember which one, but before you could hit place order, you had to do a captcha. And the captcha, in case you don't know what that is, that's the little thing that appears, and it has these little blocks. It has like 9 blocks, and it says, choose all the traffic lights. And it'll be like 3 pictures with traffic lights. You have to choose all those, and so they'll know you're a real person and buying this. And you'll click on all those. And they're doing that, I think, because of the scalpers. Because scalpers are using some kind of software to buy these PS5s faster than other people. And I think a lot of these scalpers are actually using a bunch of credit cards so they can get around the anti-scalping measures that a lot of these websites have now. So they're even getting a lot better, the scalpers. So, yeah, but just do all these things. One of the reasons I was able to get a PS5 was because I had a lot of time on my hand. I'm not working right now. I'm out on injury. So I realized that it's hard if you've got a 9-to-5 job. What I would recommend, if you have some kind of office job, some kind of way to get away or a cubicle or something, just set it up on your phone. I heard that Apple Pay, although I didn't try this myself, they say Apple Pay is a lot easier to use than just adding a payment option on some of these websites. You just use Apple Pay and it just goes in a lot smoother. So I would recommend that too. But yeah, that's pretty much the only tips I have for you. I wish I had something more. I wish I had a silver bullet that can get you one every time. But as I've said, I'm even having trouble finding one now, even though I've only been looking for a week for my second one. But also, there's certain days you want to look out for drops to these retailers. I found that for the most part, Wednesday and Thursdays was when they get most of their stock. I don't know why that is. Somebody probably could explain that better than me. But yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and sometime the weekends. And usually it's around 1 p.m. for some reason. I think that's because that's when all the, like, let's say you have a Target or something, that's when all the stores are open across the country. You know, they base it on Eastern Standard Time. Well, around 1 p.m. In California, it's like, 10 a.m. So most everything is open by 10 a.m. So I think that's why they choose that or noon. I think it's between noon and 1 p.m. is the best time for drops on Wednesday and Thursdays. So just make sure if you're off of work, those are the best days to expect a drop. So just be aware of that fact, and hopefully you'll get one. I'm rooting for you. So just go out there and apply those things I told you, and you will get a PS5 eventually. But that's all I got for today. If you have any more questions, ask me down in the comments below. I will try to answer as best I can. And give me a like if you please, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching, and good luck.